Is it Allah? Is it Jehovah? Is it Elohim? Is it Olodumare? Is it Amen Ra? Is it Chukwu? Whatever you want to call God is fine with me. We spend too much time debating the irrelevancies of black reality.
Peace to the guys out there. It's the man with the plan, Daniel Shane, here with POC Undivided, and today marks the second episode of the For Real show. And just to give you guys a brief summary of what we'll be talking about the Black Panther movie coming up. We'll also be talking about the Tupac movie that just came out, I believe, a day ago or so. And we'll also be discussing Philando Castile. We'll be talking about him. He apparently the officer that shot Philando was just recently acquitted of all charges, so we'll be talking about that, and kind of throwing in some business stuff in there somewhere, wherever we can get it, because this is a business channel, so we do got to throw some business stuff somewhere up in the episode. So with all that being said, let me go ahead and dig into the first topic. That would be the discussion of the Black Panther movie. Pete, what do you think about the Black Panther movie coming up? What do you think about that?
Well, I'm definitely going to go see it. It's probably going to be one of the best-selling Marvel movies ever created. And I think it's interesting because, the majority of the cast is going to be predominantly black. That's something that Hollywood they typically doesn't do on big budget movies, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I think I'd have to concur with that. I don't know if I would say I'm excited about it. I'm not. I didn't read the comic book or anything like that, so I'm not familiar with the character. I'm not familiar at all. You know what I mean? So, it's an interesting concept. An all-black cast, coupled with a black superhero. So I will be seeing it. But P, what do you think? There's a lot of people in the conscious community that are kind of outraged by the announcement of the movie, and mainly because they believe that the movie, not they believe, but it's fact that Marvel owns this movie. So it's not like the proceeds of the movie are going into the black community. It's not like this movie is beneficial to black people really at all, other than maybe the images of black people as superhero, which is I guess would be beneficial, but a lot of people aren't happy about that, supporting a movie like that, something that has our face on it, but we're not necessarily the owners. What do you think?
That's their opinion. To be honest with you, I completely understand. But then at the same time, are they outraged when they see another Madea movie come out, or are they quick to support it because of Tyler Perry?
Hey, that's a good point. For me, when it comes to that, I'm indifferent about it. I think, you have a lot of people who want to go out of the way to not support it, and I don't see that. If it's something that intrigues you, if it's something that you can see yourself seeing, then I don't see the problem with going to see a movie like that, but I don't know if it's necessarily something we should go out of our way to support either, because at the end of the day, it's another movie. It's gonna support our community just as much as all the other movies have supported our community, and that's not at all. So it employs a lot of black actors, which is always a good thing. But I'm just indifferent about it altogether. I don't see it as being beneficial or detrimental, in my personal opinion. Anything you want to add to that, P?
Well, like you said, you don't really see. I'm kind of surprised that they would have a big budget movie for a black superhero. So I think that is a positive image for the young kids, because really there isn't that much black superhero movies. What black superhero movies have you seen? Meteor Man. That's pretty much.
You forgot about Hancock.
Hancock.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean,
And Blank Man.
oh yeah, and Blank Man too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forgot about those. Forgot about those.
Man.
I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna see it because it has a positive image for the young kids, and I mean that's pretty much it. I don't really go see any type of Madea movies or anything like that. And at the same time, we all know Hollywood is racist, but then also Hollywood doesn't invest in movies with a predominantly black cast because they feel like there's no money in that. For example, George Lucas, he spent his own money to make the Red Tails movie, and it flopped. When the majority of Hollywood told him not to make it, but he still decided to make it, and it had a predominantly all black cast, and it still flopped. So I'm surprised that they would go at it again. Well, not really surprised, because once you saw Captain America Civil War, you saw Black Panther in it, you kind of could tell that they were gonna make a movie. So I'm just interested to see, especially if this movie does good, which, to be honest with you, a lot of movies as of late that have been, the directors have been black, and they've been doing good. That movie Get Out, it's done surprisingly well.
Hell yeah, Get Out is the truth.
So Hollywood is racist, but one thing that can overpower their racism is the money. So if they see money in it, they will invest in it.
But is investing in it, would you say that that's necessarily a good thing? Them investing money into these black movies?
It's a good thing and a bad thing. It would be a good thing if the actors that were getting these roles, and the money that they made, that they would use that money to improve black lives. It would that would be the benefit. But
I think that's the argument of a lot of the people in the conscious community. The fact that even though the fact that this movie's happening and employs a lot of black actors, it puts them in better situations to make more money and provide, that sort of thing. But in essence, if these people don't carry the right mentality, it won't be beneficial to the community anyway. You know what I mean? These.
But at the same time, it's not beneficial to us that Oprah is a billionaire or Michael Jordan is a billionaire.
So it kind of adds to that.
It doesn't affect us.
Exactly.
But people still go stand in line for 2 days to get that limited edition pair of Jordans that only cost him $2 to make, but he charged like $150 or $200,
And that's exactly why I kind of see it as being indifferent. I mean, it even if it does everything that people might want it to do, as far as employing more black actors and putting them in better positions to make more money and being producers and directors and that sorts of thing. If these people have a slave mentality, if they're going into it with the same ideology as the people, is the white supremacists and the people who employed them, then I mean it's just blackface on white supremacy. That's all it is, really.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So I mean, all in all, I mean, the movie, it looks entertaining. I haven't been to the movies in a long goddamn time. I really, I'm probably not the person to talk about movies. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Yeah, you're right. You can say, oh yeah, you know what? I take that back. I did go to see Pirates of the Caribbean, but that was probably the last movie that I saw in the last 2 years or so. It's been a long time since I've seen a movie. You know what I mean? So, Yeah, I'm probably not the person to really talk about movies anyway. And as far as Marvel movies, I haven't. The last Marvel movie I saw. What was the last Marvel movie I saw? P. What you remember? You remember, man? I remember telling you the last Marvel movie that I saw was
Spider-Man or something.
Damn, it wasn't Spider-Man. I think it was. No, it wasn't X-Men. I cannot remember the last Marvel. I think it was like Iron Man 3. I think that was the last Marvel movie I saw. And of course, since then they've come out with all sorts of, movies. Avengers 2 and, and Justice. Well, that's like DC. You know what I mean? But Thor and all the other movies, which I've always wanted to see, but I just never had a chance to actually watch those movies. So. But all in all, good movie though. I mean, I'll be checking it out. I don't see why not, but I'll be checking it out. How about you, P? You gonna go see that?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go see it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, so Black Panther movie, family. Make sure you guys go out and check that out. And it will be in theaters. Do you know when it's gonna be in theaters around the time?
I think the beginning of 2018.
2018. That's not that long from now.
First half of 2018.
That's actually not that long from now. Okay, so we'll be checking that out, seeing what's up with that. But again, it's preference. It's really not good or bad. And for the people that believe it's coonish to want to see a movie like that, it's also coonish to indulge in certain behaviors as well, as far as going shopping at certain places like Publix, Winn-Dixie's, all that shopping and everything that you do that supports white supremacy, along with going to see movies and things like that. So you can't, it's really hard to kind of separate yourself from white supremacy when you're subjugated by it. So again, it's a movie. It's neither beneficial or detrimental. We need to be working on what's beneficial for the most part. But this isn't one of them things that's gonna hurt. So with that being said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic. That is the Tupac movie that just recently came out. Now, I haven't seen the movie, but P has. So P, what was your experience with the movie?
To be honest with you, I felt like they could have just put it on Lifetime.
Oh shit! God damn.
No, because I'm gonna be honest with you, it felt rushed, and the stories, it jumped from one story to the next story. It felt like a Lifetime movie.
Oh, shit.
And I don't think they really did Tupac any justice. Like, they skipped so much.
Jada Pinkett said that I guess she had a problem with how the depiction in the movie, and a lot of the events in the movie didn't happen. What do you think about that?
Well, yeah, I can completely understand, because from my understanding, Jada Pinkett and Tupac had a deep relationship. She viewed him, they were friends, but she viewed him like a brother/father figure. He was like the only male figure in her life that was telling her, you're gonna be somebody when you grow up. You're a queen, and this is how you're supposed to be treated. I'm gonna treat you with respect. And he basically, the things that a father would teach their daughters, he basically taught her. So they had a deep relationship that, well, according to her, went beyond anything that could possibly be achieved sexually. It wasn't about sex. It was about the connection that they had, the bond that they had, because they were friends from high school.
Yeah, but something was going on in there.
Yeah, look, man.
that wasn't a strictly platonic relationship. Something was going on.
We don't know. I don't know.
You don't want to say it, but I'll say it. Something was going on in between the sheets. You know what I mean? So, So,
hey, look, yeah.
Look,
he's not alive to defend himself or Well, not really defend himself. There's nothing to defend himself for. I mean, hey, you smash, but
it is what it is, man. It is what it is, and that's cool. That's cool. She's entitled to her opinion and everything like that. So let's talk about the good of the movie.
But then also,
okay, you want to add
I
something?
think Tupac's family, I think they wasn't supporting that movie as well. So if you don't have the blessings of his family and his friends and the people that pretty much knew him, why would you make the movie? Like that don't make no sense. That just says that you're there just to make money. Because his family didn't support the movie. It's like when they made that Aaliyah movie. Aaliyah's family didn't support the movie. Why would you make the movie?
Who did this movie anyway? Who?
I don't know. I have to look back into it. I can't remember the guy's name, but I know John Singleton wanted to do the movie.
If y'all know who did the movie, please comment in the comment section below. Who the hell did the movie?
Yeah.
I'm thinking the friends and everybody. I mean, there had to be some people in the movie close to Tupac. I mean, I'm sure they didn't just pull everything out of their ass.
How are you gonna have scenes talking about Jada? But you didn't even have her in like in a consulting capacity for the movie. That just it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense.
Well, you can't have everybody as a consultant though.
But that was a big part of the movie. It was showing. Yeah, like in the beginning, of the movie. Well, after his mother and his sister moved. His mother, his sister, and him moved from New York to Baltimore. That's where he, went to school, and that's where he met Jada, and they were really close. So she played a significant part in his life before he moved to California.
Oh shit!
But that was rushed. Like like within like the first 10 minutes of the movie, that happened. Like what the heck? It could have been on Lifetime, man. It could have been on Lifetime, honestly.
Oh shit. Well, what did you like about the movie? What did you like about it?
The actors were pretty good. The script wasn't.
Did you think the casting was good?
Yeah, the casting was pretty good.
Okay.
The casting was pretty good.
I saw the guy. I think he was on like some late night show. I seen the guy doing the interview, and he kind of look a little bit like Tupac, whatever.
Yeah. I thought it was. What I thought was funny was when they had the guy playing Snoop Dogg. You could tell that the guy wasn't really. Well, you can't really tell, but you can tell that Snoop Dogg. I think Snoop Dogg was actually really doing the voice.
Oh, he was really doing.
I think he was really doing his voice.
Oh,
so that part was funny, but they had the guy that played Biggie in the Biggie movie. They had him playing Biggie in the Tupac movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. All right. So yeah.
So I mean, only reason I really saw it is because even though it wasn't supported by Tupac's family and his closest friends, I still went and seen the movie because it was associated with his name, and I didn't want it to really flop. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So out of my respect for Tupac's legacy, I just went and saw the movie.
You was bored. Yeah, you can leave that up.
Hey.
You were bored and went and saw the movie, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, look,
No, it is what it is, So I mean, overall, if you had to give this movie a score, 1 through 10, what would it be? 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest.
It'd probably be a 5.
Damn, that's a bad score. Shit.
It'll be a 5.
If you got a 5, if that's 50, that's the equivalent to 50%. So if you got a 50% on your test, you failed the class.
I mean,
you failed the test.
They skipped a lot. Tupac's family. The Shakur.
But how long was the movie though?
I can't even remember.
Because
man.
if they would have,
it's like 2 hours, I think, or something like that.
but if they would have went into detail with all that stuff, it would have ended up being like a Malcolm X movie or something, like 6 hours or something.
There's a way, you know, like they could have wrote it better.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know, they could have wrote it better.
Okay.
Like they, you know, the way it started out, like the opening scenes, you thinking it's gonna be like some real, like, ooh, you know, Black Power type stuff, and it just fast forward into.
We don't need all that Black Power stuff. We don't need all that. Fast forward through all that.
You know,
all the fist waving. Was there any like black empowerment, like symbolism or anything like that in the movie? Something that would have inspired the youth, you know what I mean, to take that kind of path? Was there anything that you saw in the movie that kind of gave that?
Only in the beginning. Only in the beginning when they showed Tupac's mother leaving the courthouse acquitted on all charges, because you know she was a member of the Black Panther Party, but and she was pregnant with him, and you know the stuff that she was talking about. But then it quickly, the scene just changed. Like they fast forward through all of that stuff, and they just went to the part where Tupac was having all of the legal troubles. You know, he had the rape case and all of that stuff.
So they basically just focused on the bad shit that happened in his life.
Yeah, you know, him being in prison, and he's signing the deal with Suge Knight, and Suge Knight getting him out of prison, and he making music, and then, you know, yeah, just it could have been on Lifetime, man. It could have been on Lifetime. You know what? Yeah.
Okay,
maybe not even Lifetime. It could have probably been on Bounce.
Bounce? God damn. Yeah. That's not even a cable channel. Yeah. That's like satellite. That means you gotta get the digital preferred package to watch Bounce. Like you can't even watch that with the digital starter or nothing like that. You can plug all the extra channels. You gotta pay for the extra channels to get that one.
No, you could put a hairpin in back of your TV and you can get it on local.
TV. Bounce?
Yeah. That's the for those that don't know, Bounce is like the poor man's BET.
Oh shit.
That's the BET without cable.
BET without cable? God dang. Okay.
They only play black movies, black shows, you know?
Okay. Oh shit. Said it could have been on Bounce. God
yeah, it
damn.
could have been on Bounce, man. Could have been on Bounce.
Oh man. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you know, well, would you recommend anyone to see it? Because I haven't seen it yet. So, you know what I mean? Would you recommend the movie to a friend? Would you say, hey man, go out and see the movie? Like what?
I mean, you can, you know,
not go out and support the movie. Go out and see it because it's a good movie.
I mean, if you have some free time and stuff, I mean, yeah, you know, you can watch it, you know.
Oh hell no! I mean, you got no free time.
No, I mean,
I got free time.
You can watch it, you know. You can.
So it ain't a must see, is what you're trying to say.
Well, look, man, I don't know, man. The person that I went and saw the movie with, they're not really into music and stuff like that, and you know, they're asking me stupid questions. Like, what's gonna happen after the next scene? Is he gonna live? I'm like, what? Are you serious? You really asking me that?
Are we gonna have to go into this person who you went to?
Should we stay or see if there's gonna be a scene and after credits?
Oh my God.
There's gonna be part 2.
Part 2 after he did. I can't. Yeah, man. But okay. You know what I mean? I may go out. I'm not inspired. Pete definitely did not inspire me to see the movie. You know what I mean? You know, but I
just don't feel like it could have. They could have just had it on Lifetime, and you know, people would have been like, "All right, it's a Lifetime movie." Like how Lifetime, like how they botched
The Michelle A. They could have had it right after that Michelle A. movie about
Yeah.
about what was that about? NWA. That was about NWA, I think, right?
Oh, I didn't.
With Michelle A.
I didn't see it.
They could have had it come on right after that.
Yeah.
They coulda-
I didn't see that, but yeah, they could have had it on Lifetime. People been like, all right, well, that's good for a Lifetime movie, but to have it in the movie theater, it could have been better written.
I feel you.
I feel like because it, to make a movie like that and not include his family, his closest friends in it is ridiculous.
Okay. Yeah, that kind of defeats the purpose, because usually when you watch a movie like that, you're thinking that you're getting firsthand experience from the people who know the person the best, and if that's not happening, then you're kind of getting like I don't know what that is. What would you even call that? I don't even know. But it is what it is. It is what it is. 5 out of 10. That's what P gives it. I'll eventually end up seeing it, but I'm definitely not inspired now. You know what I mean? But we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic, which is a much more serious topic. The police officer that shot Philando Castile was apparently acquitted of all charges. What's your first reaction to this? Hearing this news, P?
Well, I'm not surprised. We live in a country where black lives don't matter. I hate sounding cliche when I say black lives matter and stuff, but your life really doesn't have no value if you're a black person, and you can't expect the laws to work for you when they were made against you. So I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. You could see on Facebook Live, seeing a black man get killed, and the person that killed him will walk away free, and they'll probably be rich after this, because they're going to create a book. I killed a black man and lived to tell about it. And it's probably going to be a New York bestseller. It's probably going to get reinstated into the police department. It's going to get his nice pension when he retire. It's really not fair.
It really is disgusting, man. It really is. To think that something like that can happen, and the person that did it is just walking away scot-free. It's almost as if nothing happened. You know what I mean? It's disgusting, man. It really is. I don't know, man. My first reaction is just like P's, man. Another incident that defines white supremacy, and and this is why it's so important for us to get our economic game together. You know what I mean? Because economically, when you have a structure together, it's harder and harder to get away with things like this, because now you're in a position where you can punish people. But going back to the trial, they set these things up all the time. They set up this fraud trial, with this fraud jury, and they set up this whole horse and pony show, for us to just see, and it's the same thing over and over and over again. It's like, when are we gonna get tired of it? When are we gonna decide that we need to make some things happen, on an economic level and on a political level? I don't know, man. This shit is just upsetting, man. It happened live on Facebook, and the guy gets off scot-free, almost as if nothing happens. Acquitted of all charges. How many counts did he have, P? Do you remember?
I don't recall.
That means he didn't even get charged with not even a parking ticket. He didn't get nothing. Shit is ridiculous. It really is. And it just goes to show you, man. It really goes to show you, we got to get our stuff together. We got to get our economic game together. We need to make these changes for sure. You know what I mean? Because things like this are going to continue to happen until we decide to do something. I know it's the same old broken record when you listen to people speak on matters like this, but nothing's been done yet. So obviously we need to continue talking about it until those of us who are on the same page will decide to get together and really make a difference in society today. All right, so With that being said, that pretty much wraps up what I had to say. P, you wanna finish off with anything else?
Oh no.
All right, that wraps up the second episode of the For Real Show. I hope you enjoyed. We will be concluding now. If you guys have any thoughts, feel free to drop that in the comment section below. You could also get us on email, pocandivided@gmail.com. POC Undivided on Facebook, like the Facebook page. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, all that. Also, you can get us on More Us. If you don't have More Us, make sure you get More Us. That is Tariq Nasheed's app. More Us, you can get that. We're on there, so you can like us on More Us as well. Get me on Twitter, King Shane 7 on Twitter. P still does not have a Twitter, so we're gonna work on that for the next episode. But with all that said, I will holler at you guys later. And P, anything?
Peace.
Peace.